people don't realize is that Sahara Africa, up until about 4,500 to 5,000 years ago, was totally green.
This is this new species called Homo naledi, and you made the discovery in South Africa.
From 3 billion years old stones to the eyes of the Sahara, to the Sahara jungle that turns into the Sahara desert and the lake that turns animals to stone upon touch. What are the things most people don't know about Africa? There exists a lot of things in Africa we did not know or have been erased from internet by the powerful people for several reasons. But in today's video, we are going to show you some of the most terrifying discoveries in Africa that changes everything. Stick around till the end to see how it all unfolds. Klerksdorp spheres. Why does no one know where Klerksdorp spheres came from? Some say they are natural formations, but others say they are works of extraterrestrial beings. But what we know for sure is that these objects are 3 billion years old. The Klerksdorp spheres are round objects found in a South African cave, and their origins remain a topic of debate and speculation. NASA says the production of these objects is only possible in zero gravity, and our species did not know anything about gravity until the 15th century, which is just 900 years ago, so this might be the work of extraterrestrial beings. The lack of a definitive explanation for their formation has contributed to the mystery in question. What do you think? Is it the work of aliens or the art of Mother Nature? Namibia fairy circles. How and why do fairy circles form? In the desert of Namibia, there exist millions of circles that are hard for scientists to explain. These circles are made up of grass, and the growth of grass in such a harsh environment is said to be mysterious, where rain is rare and irregular. These grass patterns form polka dot patterns of fairy circles across the landscape of Namibia, situated 80 to 140 kilometers inland from the coast. These circular gaps in the grassland are visible from great distances, even from space. The indigenous Himba peoples of Namibia believe fairy circles are the work of spirits or gods. Beyond folklore, explanations for the circles range from termites eating the grass to UFOs that once landed there and made those circles. Desert ecologist Stefan Getzen said, "There must be very strongly ordering forces behind the creation of these patterns, because otherwise it would be much more noisy, much less order." The question remains, do fairies truly inhabit these circles? Further research is necessary to provide a conclusive answer. Blue Eye of Sahara. Could the Eye of the Sahara be the site of the lost city of Atlantis? Caused by a meteorite crater or the remains of the Atlantis city, there are several theories trying to explain the Blue Eye of the Sahara. The Eye of the Sahara, also known as the Richet structure, is a geological formation located in Mauritania. The reason behind these theories is that there isn't much explanation by scientists to uncover the real truth behind the formation of the Eye of the Sahara. One myth claims that the Eye of the Sahara was formed from the tears of the earth herself, shed during a time of great sorrow and upheaval. According to this legend, the earth wept for the suffering of her children and, in her grief, created the circular depression as a symbol of her eternal vigilance and compassion. In some versions of the myth, the Eye of the Sahara is portrayed as a gateway to the underworld, a realm of darkness and mystery where the spirits of the dead dwell. Some say the Eye of the Sahara is not a natural formation, but a mystical portal that once connected the surface world to the legendary realm of Atlantis. The exact cause of its formation is still a subject of scientific study and debate. Astronauts can spot the Eye of the Sahara from space, using its circular shape as a guide to know they're heading in the right direction for re-entry. It's like a giant signpost in the sky, helping them find their way back home, especially when landing in places like Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Untouched rainforest. Atop Mount Liko in northern Mozambique lies a site that few have had the pleasure of seeing, a hidden rainforest protected by a steep circle of rock. Though the mountain was known to locals, the forest itself remained a secret until a few years ago. An explorer named Baylis happened to spot a small forest atop a mountain using Google Earth. Baylis had been utilizing Google Earth to find high-altitude spots in Africa for over 15 years when he discovered Mount Liko and the forest it harbored. He then conducted a further investigation using a drone to confirm the existence of the forest before climbing up with the assistance of his team. Due to its height, reaching up to 150 meters, locals had never attempted the climb. Bayliss, along with a team of scientists and expert climbers, ascended to explore the forest. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for everyone involved. Many species of plants and animals in these forests may be yet to be discovered or fully understood by science. Some myths may even include stories of mythical creatures or spirits believed to inhabit the depths of the forest. Tools like Google Earth make exploration accessible to everyone, offering the entire world at our fingertips for those who wish to explore it. Dead trees in Vlei. The name Vlei means dead marsh in Afrikaans and is found among the tallest dunes in the world, reaching up to 1,300 feet in height, almost as lofty as the Empire State Building. Vlei was once lush green, with the river draining into it, nourishing desert life and even trees. But no longer. Some 900 years ago, the climate dried up, and dunes cut off Vlei from the river. What makes Vlei particularly fascinating is that these trees did not decompose due to the extreme dryness of the area. The intense sunlight scorched the wood, turning it black, but the lack of moisture prevented decay, giving the area an eerie, eternal look. The trees, now over 1,000 years old, form a barren forest. Vlei is extremely harsh, with scorching daytime temperatures and minimal rainfall. This extreme environment contributes to the preservation of the dead trees. Vlei looks otherworldly because of its ethereal landscape. It is distinguished by its white clay pan encircled by soaring red sand dunes, creating a visually striking contrast of colors. Vlei is every photographer's dream destination. Sunrise and sunset are absolutely divine here, and nights are magical. Homo naledi humans. Homo naledi is a fascinating species of extinct hominins recently discovered in the Rising Star Cave system in South Africa. Homo naledi were prehistoric humans that existed almost 100,000 years before us. In the cave, scientists found bones belonging to another human species that they named Homo naledi. The chambers in the cave were too narrow for researchers to fit, so they recruited a team of women who were small enough to navigate the cave system and bring back the remains and bones of Homo naledi species. According to scientists, the brain size of these ancient humans was small, 1/3 the size of today's humans. The bones discovered in the cave are believed to be over 200,000 to 350,000 years old. It is not clear why the remains were found in such narrow caves. Some suggest it was a graveyard for them, while others say that's where they lived before some natural disaster claimed their lives. The exact timing of Homo naledi's extinction remains unclear, but it likely predates the emergence of Homo sapiens. Sahara jungle. You've heard about the Sahara Desert, right? It spans over 9 million square kilometers and stands as one of the largest hot deserts globally. Interestingly, some ancient rock artists depicted a very different Sahara in their drawings compared to the harsh landscape we see today. Instead of the barren desert, they portrayed scenes with hippos, giraffes, elephants, and other animals not typically found in the Sahara. These artworks, dating back 12,000 years, suggest a vastly different climate in the region, characterized by lush greenery and flowing rivers, supporting diverse wildlife. The question arises, what transformed this verdant Sahara into the arid landscape we see today? The answer lies in climate change. Just as we witness the melting of glaciers today, which profoundly impacts the environment, something similar occurred in the past, altering the Sahara's climate dramatically. If we fail to take action against environmental changes, we risk losing precious ecosystems like the Amazon rainforest to desertification in the coming years. For a glimpse into our potential future, consider watching Extrapolations. Mystery Tomb KV55, a mysterious tomb known as KV55, was discovered in Egypt in 1907, situated in the Valley of the Kings on the west bank of the Nile River, opposite the city of Thebes. This valley is renowned for housing the tombs of many pharaohs from Egypt's Golden Age. When KV55 was opened, it revealed the mummy of a male individual. Initially thought to be Akhenaten due to the presence of certain funerary items and damage to the sarcophagus, Akhenaten was later condemned as a heretic. The identity of the mummy has been a topic of debate. According to legend, those involved in the excavation of KV55 faced untimely deaths or purportedly encountered supernatural consequences. While the tomb did contain valuable items, such as funerary goods and ceremonial objects, the exact extent of its treasures remains speculative. The mummy's true identity remains elusive, and speculation persists unless further evidence, such as the discovery of other candidates' mummies, sheds light on the matter. Light bulbs of Dendera. Ancient people did not have the means to document history as it is done today. Many things about Egypt have gone missing, like how the pyramids were built. That's the biggest mystery in the modern world. However, they did employ means to preserve their history, notably through hieroglyphics, a symbolic language featuring bird and animal imagery. While we understand some hieroglyphs, many remain a mystery. One such mystery is the depiction of what appears to be a light bulb in the Dendera temple carvings. These images strikingly resemble modern light bulbs. Legend suggests extraterrestrial beings may have visited ancient Egypt, imparting advanced technologies like the light bulbs of Dendera. While speculative, it's intriguing given our struggles to replicate feats like the Great Pyramid's construction. The absence of soot in the temple indicates torches were not used, and its dark, windowless interior raises questions about its illumination source. The lack of smoke residue suggests an alternative light source, possibly resembling the depicted bulbs. Whether these drawings depict actual light bulbs or symbolic objects remains a topic of fascination. As time progresses, further study may shed light on these enigmatic drawings, offering insights into ancient practices and potentially unveiling more about their technological advancements. However, for now, these carvings remain a captivating mystery. Diving Blue Hole. Over 100 meters deep in the Red Sea, the Diving Blue Hole is a deadly place where many have lost their lives. A haunting legend tells of ethereal sirens who dwell within the Blue Hole, luring unsuspecting divers to their doom with their enchanting melodies. These seductive creatures are said to possess an otherworldly beauty, drawing divers deeper and deeper until they are lost forever in the abyss. Others believe it is a portal to another realm where no one can return. What we know about this diving blue hole is that it is located in Dahab City and looks stunning, but it's also seriously risky. This underwater wonder in the Red Sea has a dangerous reputation. Many brave divers have lost their lives here because they underestimated its challenges. Once you dive into its deep, dark waters, you'll encounter a maze of caves and tunnels that can confuse even experienced divers. Plus, the calm surface can suddenly turn wild with strong currents that can pull you down. Despite the dangers, people still come here for the thrill of exploring the unknown. Discovery of a new continent. Africa could be split into two parts by the formation of a new ocean in the distant future as tectonic plates pull away from each other and split the continent. Over millions of years, a huge chunk of East Africa will split from the continent, with the new body of water forming along a 35-mile-long crack that appeared in Ethiopia in 2005. The Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden will flood the Afar region and the East African Rift Valley and turn into a new ocean. The part of East Africa will become a separate continent. This rift system, the African plate, is divided into two, a Somalian plate and a larger Nubian plate. These are pulling away from each other by just millimeters a year. In millions of years' time, the new ocean is expected to form between the Somalian plate and the Nubian plate, with a vast sea separating the landmass from the African continent. The Earth's continents have seen such changes before, with South America and Africa being joined until they went their separate ways about 130 million years ago. Alien bluestones. In 1991, During Sierra Leone's civil war, peculiar blue stones called sky stone were found alongside ancient statues known as nomoli. These statues showed human-like figures, some with lizard-like features, sparking curiosity about their origins. Local legends stated that the stones were actually beings that once lived in the sky. Disturbed by their wrongdoings, God cast them into stones and threw them to earth to remain buried beneath its soil. What truly captured the imagination was the sky stone itself. Scientists were confounded by its properties. Its unique composition defied conventional understanding, raising questions about its terrestrial origins. The stone's vibrant blue hue, with delicate white veins reminiscent of the sky, hinted at something otherworldly. As researchers delved deeper, they discovered astonishing characteristics: its weightlessness and resilience to extreme conditions, such as high temperatures and chemical reactions. Moreover, microscopic examination revealed an organic compound previously unknown to science, prompting speculation about extraterrestrial origins. Child of Taung. The story of human evolution has been revealed slowly over time. In 1924, a big moment happened when they found the skull of a 3-year-old child in Africa, one of the earliest human fossils ever discovered. This find got a lot of attention and showed how important Africa is in our family tree. But it wasn't until over 20 years later that scientists really understood Africa's role in human evolution. The Taung child's first molars had just started to emerge from the gum, indicating its status as a child. Through detailed examination of dental development, crown formation, and root length, scientists estimate the child's age at death to be approximately 3.3 years. Evidence suggests that the Taung child may have been preyed upon and killed by an eagle. Puncture marks discovered at the base of the child's eye sockets resemble those inflicted by the talons and beak of modern eagles when attacking prey. Additional support for this hypothesis includes the presence of eggshells at the site and an unusual assortment of animal bones found near the Taung child's skull. These bones, primarily from small animals such as hyraxes, rodents, and small baboons, exhibit damage consistent with predation by modern birds of prey. African Stonehenge. For millennia, civilizations worldwide constructed stone circles, aligning them with celestial bodies to mark seasons and conduct ceremonies. These megaliths served as primitive calendars, guiding agricultural activities and cultural rituals. Despite their mystery to modern observers, these ancient sites functioned as cosmic timepieces, tracking celestial events like solstices and equinoxes. Europe boasts around 35,000 megaliths, including Stonehenge, dating back around 5,000 years. These structures, primarily along coastal regions, suggest a shared tradition spanning from France to Britain. However, the world's oldest known stone circle, Nabta Playa in Africa, predates European sites by over 7,000 years. Built by nomadic peoples, it likely served as an early observatory marking celestial events such as the summer solstice. Nabta Playa's significance lies in its role as humanity's earliest attempt to connect with the heavens. The motivations behind its construction, whether driven by religious beliefs or practical considerations, remain a subject of speculation. Nonetheless, its existence underscores humanity's enduring fascination with the cosmos and our quest to understand our place within it. Lake Natron in Tanzania. Does Lake Natron really turn animals into stone? Lake Natron is notorious for turning animals that die in its waters into stone-like statues. The high levels of sodium bicarbonate in the lake calcify the bodies of birds and other creatures. Interestingly, sodium bicarbonate was historically used by Egyptians in the mummification process. Contrary to popular belief, animals don't turn into stone upon touching the lake's water. Instead, they die in the water, and the chemicals in it preserve their carcasses, essentially turning them into salty statues. Lake Natron is located in East Africa and stands out for its eerie appearance and geological history. Its crimson-red color earned it the nickname Tanzania's Deadly Red Lake. This unique hue results from a high concentration of minerals, mainly sodium carbonate, flowing into the lake from nearby volcanic soils. With a pH level exceeding 10.5, the lake's alkaline water cannot support aquatic life, adding to its ominous reputation. Some have claimed that the lake turns animals into stone or mummies upon contact, resembling a horror movie plot. However, science and geography explain this phenomenon. The lake's exceptionally high salt content is influenced by nearby active volcano emitting rare natrocarbonatite lava. The alkaline water, enriched with minerals like sodium carbonate, mummifies animals that perish in its depths. Same process was used in ancient Egyptian mummification. African Goliath frog. The Goliath frog is the world's biggest frog, a true heavyweight reaching the size of a house cat. It was unearthed in 1906 and defied expectations as the largest living anuran. This colossal amphibian, with dimensions reaching up to 33 centimeters in length and weighing a hefty 3 kilograms, stands as a marvel of nature. Its habitat, primarily nestled in the rivers of Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea, is characterized by fast-flowing waters with sandy bottoms, providing the ideal environment for its survival. Despite its imposing size, the Goliath frog faces a perilous existence. Habitat destruction, driven by human encroachment, poses a significant threat to its dwindling populations. Moreover, the species is targeted for consumption and trade in the pet industry, exacerbating its vulnerability. Remarkably, the Goliath frog exhibits longevity, with lifespans of up to 15 years in the wild and 21 years in captivity. However, breeding in captivity remains a rare occurrence, posing challenges to conservation efforts. As a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity, the Goliath frog underscores the importance of preserving biodiversity. Protecting its habitat is paramount to ensuring the survival of this extraordinary species for generations to come. Seven-colored Earth Mauritius. The seven-colored Earths is a natural phenomenon found in Chamarel, Mauritius. It's a geological formation characterized by sand dunes of 7 distinct colors: red, brown, violet, blue, green, yellow, and purple. What makes it particularly intriguing is that the colors appear to be distinct and the sands settle in layers, never mixing. Scientists attribute this phenomenon to the presence of volcanic ash deposits containing various minerals, each contributing to the different hues. Rainfall washes out the fine-grained materials, leaving behind the coarser particles and creating colorful layers. It's a unique and beautiful sight, drawing visitors from around the world to witness this natural wonder. That concludes our video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Which one of these natural wonders surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.